Hello, hello. How y'all doing? Hi, Mats. You got here real quick, huh? Oh my goodness, what timing. Thank you, Honey Cough Drop, so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. Meme Kitsuhime. Oh, thank you, Kenpachi Elric for the follow. Yeah, this is Toby. He's gonna help me sew today. Oh, I mean, if you break it down and you know very little about Japanese, it's pretty easy. This is already sacred. Yeah. Yeah, I just got Game Chops on, so it's Nintendo Remix stuff. I guess it's not all Nintendo, I don't think. Most of it is right now. Okay, so we got Toby here, and then we're sewing little felt ornaments, like these ones that I have to fish out. I did this gingerbread person on stream last week. Got some good help with that. Oh, the snowman. Lefsa. Oh hey, I found the thing that I was looking for. For your Norwegian and Scandinavian people, and a candy cane. That's what it's called. He's a snow person. Toby really likes him, I guess. Yeah. Yep, Mats is my constant companion here. Alright, so what I left off last time with was this gingerbread house. No, he doesn't share. This one doesn't have a ribbon on it, huh? Not as good. Can I get you to look up at the camera, honey? Oh yeah, he's so handsome. Alright, yep. So I had lost one of my gumdrops and I found it. Let's see. Gotta cut another little snow piece here. Sorry, Toby. You're sitting here, so I get to use you as a table. That's the deal. It's actually a very good deal for me. Cause he's so cute. Everybody likes the kitty. Okay, so I need to cut out a little snow thing here. And I need to figure out what I'm doing for a door. Maybe make these a little slimmer. Question. Someone who knows nothing of sewing but wants to someday be able to make her own plushies. Where do you recommend to start? Ooh, good question. Hi, honey. Yeah, nom 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 nom. Don't bite hard, though. Yeah, lick lick. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. Fingers aren't toys, though, so I shouldn't be teasing you like that. Here you go. Play with that. Where to start? Good question, good question. Let's see. My mom is a quilter, so I started sewing very young. I don't quilt. I don't have the patience for that. I mean, if you want to learn the basics of sewing, felt is extremely forgiving and easy to work with. Let's go. You can, depending on where you live, I'm sure, you can pick it up for like 60 cents at a craft store. So, fleece is also really easy to work with, but it's not going to be quite as cheap. But yeah, if you're learning just the basics, doing this, or honestly any fabric you have around, and just looking up the basic stitches will be really helpful. I can go over a couple of them right here. If you have trouble with getting your needles threaded, you can either look for needles that have a bigger eye, or there are a couple of different tools that help you thread the needle. So like this one's got a tiny little hook. Stick it through there, you put the thread on it, and then you pull it back through. Basic stitches. Yeah, I'd say absolutely that's the first place to start. Any thread that you happen to have, if you have anything, is fine to just practice with. I'm using what's called floss for this stuff. So that'll usually come in little bundles like this. And then I transfer them onto, are these called bobbins, even though they're not for sewing machines? Spools, bobbins, whatever. And that's just so they don't get jumbled up together for me. But you can get thread on a spool, like you would put on a machine, and that's just fine to work with as well. Step 1, become a surgeon. Heard they make a lot of stitches. Not to be confused with the teeth stuff. Teeth stuff? I'm lost. I missed something. Easy way to make a knot at the end of your thread is to wrap it around your finger a couple of times, and then pinch it and roll it off your finger. So you'll have like a little tangled up mess here, and then you pinch that and pull it down, and you'll get a knot pretty easy. It's a fast way to do it. Meow. Yeah. Your most common stitch is going to be the running stitch. So you can either go in and out, you know, like you would probably think of with somebody sewing. Front and back. Or you can gather it up a little bit and do a couple like that. Depending on how clean you want them to be, you'll figure out better things for what you like. I really commonly use the back stitch with doing this stuff. So you start like normal, but you bring the needle back to where it went in and bring it out further beyond. Like that. So there's no gap in between. Put it in where that one started. Put it out further beyond that. There you go. The back of that one does not look the same though. So if you want it to look good on both sides, this is probably not a stitch you want to use. Hi, Toby. I really like using the blanket stitch as well. I have that one around. Toby, you're laying on all the things. Okay, yeah. Difficult one to see it on. So I really like using the blanket stitch for the edges here. It'll, you'll have it going in perpendicular, and then you'll have a thread along the outside. And that one's really nice for two-sided things. I always have a little bit of trouble remembering how to start that one. And I don't think it has to be done on an edge, but that's how I remember to do it. So I'm going in over here. Bring it around the outside. Put it in where I started. And then I've got one perpendicular line here. So then I want to bring it around again. Can't remember how I want to do this. Like I said, I always have to remember what I'm doing. I think I like doing it up, actually. And then I'll grab onto this last stitch before I bring it around. Come back up again. Grab onto the last stitch. Yeah. So it'll look kind of funky until you've pulled the stitch out again, but you'll get a nice one like this. That can be really nice for plushies, depending on if you want them to have like a really homemade look. I think they look really good. I'd definitely say look it up. Not from me. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Good, good. Love the remix. Yeah. Taking notes. Yeah. Well, it depends on how many people are actually interested. I'd have to practice some. I haven't done any French knots recently, I don't think. Not on this set. But yeah, those are the basics. I'd say work on stuff two-dimensionally first, but as soon as you feel comfortable, absolutely go into 3 dimensions. I have a hard time making my brain do 3 dimensions, which is why most of my stuff is 2-dimensional. But if you can find cheap stuffed animals that you don't mind taking apart, you can use a seam ripper. One of these to take out the seams and see how the pieces look. You know what shapes they are. You could cut them out in your own material, try to stitch them together. So I imagine that's probably the way I would start it, at least. Let's see. Meme Kitsuhime would be interested. Pick a small thing and all stitch together at the same time on stream. It would be really fun. Okay. I'm going to assume that is either playful or not English. So I'm going to allow that. If people don't like it, let me know. Yeah. No worries. I just had to check it out. Okay. So yeah, that's where I would start. I hope that's helpful in any way, shape, or form. Toby's sleeping on all the things now. Can I push this back so your head's actually in? Oh, my hair fell out. Or my pin for my hair fell out. Okay. And I lost the little gumdrop again. Toby, it's in your feet. Okay. So I've got a big thing of scraps here. I'm just going to find a white one. Maybe a smaller one. Like, for example, a small heart plushie for Valentine's. Oh, I could do that. Yeah. Gives a tutorial live on stream on how to do it. We just follow. Okay. Bob Ross it up. Let me just take a picture so I don't forget and I don't lose that information. Okay, got my little scissors. One thing to know about sewing is you need pretty good scissors to not be frustrated. You probably don't need them to be quite as good as these titanium ones that my mom bought for me, but sharp sewing scissors are the most helpful. Hello. Uh-oh. Well. How unfortunate. Ah. Can I do anything about this? It's been so long. Okay, somebody's on it. That's great. Alright. Right. Sewing scissors. And to keep them really nice, you don't use them for anything but material. And I think that includes thread. But especially not paper. So, have a pair of sewing scissors designated for sewing, basically. You can use any type of scissors you want to cut thread. I have these little sharp little ones that are nice for doing small things. Toby, you messed it all up. Go back to the pits of hell where thou came from. Thank you, Spike. No, it absolutely does not have to be that big. That's just the one I have on hand. That's the biggest pair I have, actually. I have ones that are much, much smaller and much easier to handle. I've made some pretty big things as well, just not on stream, so that's why I have ones that are that big. Yeah, chaos. Got that one little brain cell. One orange brain cell. Okay. It's a little bow. Okay. So in this case, I'm just going to put this on here and cut around it. And sometimes your fingers are like, what? You want to have any kind of dexterity today? That's too bad. and you deal with that. Okay. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look like what you want it to look like. Love Toby, bringer of chaos, giver of cuddles. Yeah, he likes to cuddle me in the morning when I'm supposed to get out of bed. Not at nighttime when I'm trying to sleep, though. Profusely watching the window every few seconds. You got some mail coming? I'm actually going to be back in 2 seconds. I thought of something that would be good to show for May. New Omori t-shirt. Ooh, nice. Okay, be back in just a second. I've returned. Okay. Cat always gets me out of bed for food. Yeah, Spike's the one for that. Because he actually has a job and has to go out. So he gets up and feeds the kitties. So I've tangled myself up here. Dog only gets out of bed when she thinks I should. Okay. Whew, out of breath. Okay. So I have done some crochet things as well. None of these are my design. But, you know, octopus, macaron, turnip. It's harder to do crochet on stream though, because you need to pay attention a little more. Bonk. But I do have some older felt things. I don't think any of these are my design either. But yeah, I could do 2.5D, it might be called. So it's like stuffed, but it's not really 3D. But I have done some simple 3D things as well. I'm out of breath from running down one door of the hallway and coming back. Candy's easy. Banana. Can definitely see, at least I can see, how my stitching has improved from back then to now. So you just work on it and it gets better. Jammy Dodger. I actually have a kitty keychain which keep with me all the time. A friend made it for me as a birthday gift. Aw, cute. Do. Whisper is jobless, that's true. Trying to do art right now because I got laid off. Okay. Just hopefully not in the middle of the night. Oh, hopefully not in the middle of the night for the dog to get up, to get May up, I think. Yeah, it's the middle of the day now. Yeah, no worries. We're stable right now financially, so this is kind of like the right time to try it. I am getting unemployment at the moment, so that helps a lot. And now I get to do this without having to freak out about my job at the same time. Okay. So I did... Ah, Toby! Time to clean your butt on stream. I did grab some things from the store yesterday before blizzarding started for the next 4 days, including some ribbon. Tied a little bow. I don't know if I want to use this for this one or just use up the little bow that I made. It looks kind of nicer. Sorry, am I in your way, honey? They have that in the US? Nice. Yeah, it's, you have to apply for it and you have to, like, request it every week. And it only lasts like a year or something, but still, that's not nothing. It's always good to find the positive sides of things, or else ones get too stressed all the time. Yeah. And it's very nice not to have to go to work in the blizzard that's going on now. It's not really a blizzard, it's just going to snow for several days. I know I was in the start, now not as much anymore. I wish Post Netherlands wouldn't screw up every package I try to get in my house. I just want my t-shirt. It's supposed to be here between 4 and 6:30, but it's slowed down between, oh my goodness, now and 10 o'clock, and it's 8:30 now. Yeah, definitely get the feeling. We've had that going on a bit lately as well, where things will be promised to be like next day shipping, and we're like, and then it'll be like a week later before we get it. It's like, great, thanks for offering and telling me that I would get that, but obviously I wasn't going to get it. Okay. Whew. Out of breath and I'm out of thoughts. Maybe I'll show off the French knot. Okay, so I need a needle. Oh, I guess this is 3D pincushion here. My little wool felted frog on top. Cactus is designed by Casey Golden on YouTube. Okay. Needle. I have it in a little pot, but it falls over all the time. Red. Post Netherlands is infamously known to screw up everything, no matter how simple the delivery. Oh. Okay. So I got my little tiny wreath here, and I want to make some berries on it. So I'm coming up from the back, and I'm putting my needle in just about... Wait, what am I doing here first? No. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Okay. So I have my thread, and I'm going to wrap my needle around it. 1, 2, I think 3 times will suffice for this. The more times you do it, the bigger the knot, but also the messier it might be. And now I'm going to put it in just about exactly where I took it out from. And not a very good one. I might just start over. But yeah, you're supposed to have a cute little perfect knot there. But this one was terrible, so. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. DHL I find even worse. Okay. Here. Okay, try this again. 1, 2, 3. There, that's much better. I keep bumping into my microphone. So, a neat little knot to show. So I'll just do a few of those around here and continue to bump my microphone because I can't handle where it is apparently. Okay, I'm gonna cut the tail of this because it keeps peeking out. Yeah, cat table. Gosh, I remember this one too. I don't know where I learned it in the past, but I did. It's still in the back of my mind. Yep. 2, 3. I didn't learn any like embroidery stuff from my mom. Did learn the basics of sewing, and I did learn like counted cross stitch. And I certainly know how to use the machine for the most part. She's a fancy new computerized machine, and oh boy, is it a lot. Weird question. I'm trying to decide on a snack to order. Which sounds better for filling? Meat with mozzarella cheese or yellow cheese? What kind of meat? What kind of topping? If it's like Italian flavored, definitely mozzarella. If it's more like Americanized flavored, yellow cheese. Chicken. That's different. I would go with mozzarella personally. Yeah. Hi, honey. Thank you so much for the raid. 2, 3. Yeah, no worries. See, different note. Good friend of mine, Steph, remember the person that made art for my birthday? Yes. Just made their first musical album on Bandcamp. Ooh. They have been making music for a few years, but we're always shy about sharing. Now that it's out in the open, we've heard nothing but good things about it. That's wonderful. You want to share their names? Yeah, Discord. Perfect. Perfect. Spike, would you put up a Discord link, please? You just did. You're so amazing. Thank you, Spike. Bongo cat. Okay, I think I'll do one more. I think I like the odd number better. So I'm actually just going to attach this bow while I'm here. God, it feels like it's so dark in here. Make sure to read the rules and click on the plant reaction to gain access to the channel. That's right. Channels. Thanks. Thank you. I gotta sneeze. Oh man. Excuse me. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm doing my best. Oof. Just got a little chill. Probably after sneezing. Thank you. Okay, what would I stitch this on while I'm here? Do. Come here. Get out of here. Okay. Okay, and here's a tip is, if I can manage it. You can go, for felt at least, not every fabric, you can go up through... Oh my goodness, I'm casting shadows on everything I'm doing. Basically, you can go through part of the fabric, but not all of it. So I'll be going through all of this one, and then part of this one so it doesn't show, so the red thread doesn't show, but I'll still be securing it to the base. And I can't show that off very well because I can't even see what I'm doing very well. So I'm going to go back down all the way through. Up. Through just a bit of it. Down. Let's see. Mission subtle Discord plug after the raid completed. Toby's so used to this. Yeah. Cat always tries to block my screen when I zone into writing. Oh man. Yeah. When I'm on the computer, the desktop, they definitely are like trying to get on the desk and in front of the screen all the time. But as long as I'm like paying attention to them, they're okay, usually. So if they settle down, then they're great. Small question. Excuse me. Is it too far-fetched to ask if you can put up Steph music for a little? The album is a free listen if you listen for the first 2 times. Or I can just send this YouTube link. Only 5 songs long, each of which are pretty short. They do have a bit of a weird vibe to them. Interesting question. I think I'd like to vet them first, just to be sure. I'll be streaming again on Friday. I will try to vet them before then, and then if you think it's okay with Steph, I will do a little you know, I'll showcase little clips. Okay, so not the best looking whatever in the back, but it's not going to show, so who cares? And this thing doesn't need to be like super secure on here, it just needs to be on here. So, another pro tip here, May. How I like to tie knots in the back of something is to create a loop, go through the loop, pull it tight, do that once or twice more. Through the loop. Goodbye, Toby. Are you taking any of my pieces with you, or are you good? Looks like I have everything. Okay. Sounds good. We'll see. Okay. Oh, well, okay. I didn't light the candle because A, I forgot, and B, the kitty was here, so I'm gonna light it now, though. There we go. Keeping it cozy. You can see my canned air over here. Scoot those out of the frame. Ugh. This candy cane was difficult. I made it much more difficult than it needed to be, was the problem. Get out of here. Got some extra bits floating around that I think I want to use later, but they just keep floating in the way. Okay, let's start stitching some of this stuff on so I don't just lose all the pieces. But then when I do outside pieces, I want to do the blanket stitch around, and then I don't want to do the blanket stitch without doing it to the back. So I do want to leave this piece off. Oh, honey's gotta go. Going to peace out. Got some post-stream choring to square away. Thanks for fantastic vibes and hope the rest of the stream is rad. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Take it easy. Let's see. Let's set up. Oh, this setup? Yeah. See y'all later. Love Zelda music, but talking about the setup on the stream. Yeah. I like to keep it kind of witchy, I guess. Kind of cozy. I've got some little benchies here. Teeny tiny little benchies that Spike printed out. My lights are hanging low a little bit, so it's hard to get the angle right, or the lighting. Yep, this little curl was because the plant was too close to the candle. It's fake. It's not actually on fire. It just melted a little bit. Let's see. What to do with the gumdrops? I really don't want to get out different colors for all of them, but made a yummy sound. Witchy vibes are the best kind. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use white thread to put on the gumdrops, and then put the snow on the gumdrops. Because I think I will later, when I want to put them together, cut out a small snowdrift to go over the bottoms of them as well. Very small, though. So, I need to get some white thread. Do 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 do. Regular special guest came around once more. Are we talking about one of the kitties, or are we talking about Spike? Do the kitties count as special guests? I have one more, by the way. Spike, okay. Yeah, Spike is too distracting. You know what? Let's zoom in a little bit. I think that's the right one for that. Now we wait to see if it happened. I pressed the wrong button, I bet. Yes, okay. Scoot everything a little bit closer, and that way I don't have to be reaching out quite as far either. Make sure the plant is outside of the out of the candle way. Spike is cool, it's true. gotta remember which... Two of these are bigger than the other two, but only by a little bit. Or I'm just wrong and I don't remember. Yeah, the yellow and the orange ones are slightly bigger. Oh no, I'm ruining it. I want to make them just a little bit thinner. Because I didn't really leave myself enough room for the door. Do, 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 do. Doors on the side, just go with that. T2048, they have 1 hour and 10 minutes to deliver. Oh. Giving me vicarious anxiety about packages. Okay, now I'm thinking about if I want to do snow at the bottom, maybe I should not do the snow on top so I don't cover too much of them. Da, 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 da. Maybe I'll just make these a little... Well, no, I just put them up higher. Yeah. Okay. Waiting for my snacks. Yeah. Snacks are good. I didn't sew this on well enough and now it's like slightly askew. The dots are, and now it's bothering me. I could put in an extra French knot, but it'll probably look just as weird. Okay, so since I'm trying to keep this one fairly hidden, I'm going to go ahead and just do a small running stitch. Do, 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 do. Oh, I thought it was going to go on. Never mind. Do, 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 do. Whoa there, snowman. There's something kind of there is something like kind of transparent stitching, right? Probably? I'm not sure. I mean, technically what I did here was hidden stitching. I'm not bothering to do that down here. But I don't know. There's plenty of things that I don't know about sewing. Oh man, my nose is so stuffed up. I'm just mouth breathing over here, trying to keep it real quiet. Trying not to sniffle. Oh no, his hair fell off. Okay. Figure out which one of these has the blue on it. Blue. I don't want that to show. Okay. This one I'm gonna do a running stitch. Ooh, Spike's phone went off. Startled me. I'm gonna do it around the entire little snow puff. You think my cousin did mention invisible stitching? She's a fashion designer. Uh-huh. It's a possible question. I don't want to learn from her. She's nice and I love her, but she has no patience to teach me. That's fair. Not everyone can teach. Absolutely. I'm too dumb. Sparkle, sparkle. Oof, I know the feeling of having no patience. Spike is a really good teacher. I should teach him, and then he can teach you guys. Oh man, I always wanted to learn mechanic stuff from my dad, who did it as a hobby, but he just did not want me in the garage. Well, anybody, you know, either my sister or I. It's like, oh. I could have learned so much. Now I just rely on Spike for all of the mechanical stuff. But also I ask questions. Do, 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 do. Oh, I didn't remember to grab my iPad. I don't necessarily need it. Learned a lot of random stuff. Oh wait, there's some more things here. Friends told me I explained stuff to make it sound very easy. I should thank my dad for that. He always comes to me when he has questions about technology, that I learned how to simplify stuff. Baba. Matt's just learned a lot of random stuff from a lot of random people, and now I'm basically a jack of all trades, master of none, but knows the basics of a lot. That's not necessarily a bad way to be. Okay, it's not a bad way to be at all. No necessarily whatever's about it. Okay, so I don't love how this is just like hovering over the pink since I made it shorter, but we're just gonna live with it. Too bad, so sad. I'd love to master life. Life masters you. do, do, do. Do, 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 do. thirsty. Time to hydrate. So thirsty. Yum, yum, yum. Let's see. I can make a fire, juggle a few things at a time, know how to fix basic computer issues, know how to operate a boat. A lot of stuff to at least have basic survival in any situation, most from my dad. That's very cool. I, in theory, can do some of that stuff. I absolutely cannot juggle. I have pretty good what's the word for it? Like deductive problem solving. Pretty good at that. I did a bunch of that when I worked for the museum. Like, okay, well, something's going on. Don't jump to conclusions about what it actually is. You got to figure out what's going on, what the actual problem is, and start from there. So I'm pretty decent at that. I know how to make a fire, but I bet I would be real bad at it. Boats, gosh. Living in the land of 10,000 lakes, I should know how to operate a boat. And I could probably figure it out. But when I'm on a boat, I don't want any responsibilities. I don't own a boat. I'm not going to own a boat. Biggest fly flying by the work office. Speaking of fire. This fire? I don't do boats. Seasick. Oh, that sucks. I ever told you a story about how I burned half my house? It does sound vaguely familiar. Although I have heard stories like that before. I have never do boats, so I don't know if I'm seasick or not. I don't get motion sick almost ever. And I don't get seasick on our lakes, but the ocean is a whole nother story. I don't know. I don't know about the ocean. I just wanted to make a joke. Oh, okay. I mean, you could retell it if you want. Lakes are fine. Oceans, nope. Yeah. It's a whole nother thing. I want to fix this, but I think anything I do to it will make it worse. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do the... I'm going to stitch along the bottom side of this, but not along the edge. And I'm going to run out of thread, so that'll be interesting. And by interesting, I mean boring. Ocean is a bottomless pit. It's fun. I've been in the ocean twice in my life, both in Florida. When I was 5 or 6, I don't remember. I swallowed a bunch of water and got sick. And when I was in 8th grade, I can't do ages the same way once I get into school. I just waited because I was feeling very poorly and did not want to put part of my body in the water for reasons. The end. Yeah, fun. Super fun. Done many long boat trips before. Lived in the south of the Netherlands, and one day my dad just decided, okay, let's sail to the north and back. So we did across 4 days, stopping many times to check out cool stuff by the many rivers we have. Because remember, in the Netherlands, it's always water. I did that too, swallowed a river when I tried water skiing. Oh. I have sailed a couple times. Like I took a small class for it. I really liked it. But like again, on lakes, not on the ocean. Water skiing is very fun. I don't think I have the strength for it anymore though. My mom wants to go on a cruise with my dad. Take that chance to practice cooking pasta. Trips to the Netherlands does sound like fun. It sure does. It sure does sound like fun. Pasta. Pasta is Spike's favorite thing. Spaghetti. Spike likes spaghetti. Yeah. Yeah, he's looking at me like, what are you saying? What are you saying about me? Country's always dealing with water, you might as well make it fun. Yeah. Love Utrecht and Leiden. So, I've heard of Utrecht and Leiden. I'm presuming they're in the Netherlands. By the way, in the US, public schools have very poor geography programs. So, I apologize for not taking time outside of my school to learn geography properly. Found this recipe that includes mushrooms and heavy cream. Ooh, that sounds good. Allergic to mushrooms? No! Mushrooms can be very good, but they can also be slimy and awful. Although if I had to pick, I'd rather be allergic to mushrooms than some other things. Just stomach stuff. Okay. I don't have any food allergies, but I do have texture sensitivities. So, allergic to shrimp. Oh, shrimp is tasty. So, right, so there are things that I can't eat because of the texture will make me gag. So fun. Like chopped onions. And I like onions. So if Spike and I cook with them, we'll usually just put them in the food processor and puree them. Zero allergies. I'm blessed. I don't have, yeah, I have an allergy, but not a food allergy. Other things like fennel and rosemary seeds or sprigs or whatever, those will hit my tongue and be like, nope, we're done. No more eating for you today. So, it's the worst when you're like with people who have cooked something and you're like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this meal, and you're like, oh no, now I can't eat. And they're like, what's the matter? And I'm like, sorry. It's probably delicious. I can't. So, any food that's very red. Really? But tomatoes are so good. Tomato bake? Okay. Hold the phone. Fresh tomatoes that have not been shipped across the country are very good. Refrigerated tomatoes? Awful. But tomato-based sauces and stuff can be really good. Oh, my mom's macaroni hot dish was the worst, though. I don't know how she continued to continue making it when I couldn't eat it. Hate tomatoes. Oh. Have you had fresh tomatoes? It's fair for you to hate them regardless, but I'm curious. Like, by fresh, I mean like garden fresh. Okay. That's a bummer. I really, really like cherry tomatoes off the vine. Ooh, yummy. No reference. Okay, help me think up some ideas for the door and windows. Alright, guys? Alright, people. Non-binary, so I like to put in non-gendered language when I remember. Boating across in that lens was a blast. Aw. That sounds nice. I don't think I've ever been truly camping, and I don't feel the need to remedy that also. This all looks so neat, and then this one looks like herder, so now I feel like I have to redo it because I haven't gotten too far away from it yet. I love this song. And I didn't even have this game growing up. I didn't even have an N64. I bought it in Giethorn. Probably butchered that. Giethorn. Shrug. Never heard of it. I do love being on the water though. It's so relaxing. And I love the feeling that you're still on the waves when you get off the boat. Basically Dutch Venice. Ooh. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo. Du, 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 du. Do. Do, 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 do. Do. Do, 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 do. Do. Do, 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 do. I managed not to tangle my thread this yet. Knock on wood. If you've ever been to our local Amsterdam, you know we like bridges and canals. I've not, but I've seen pictures and videos. Yeah, I never made a connection between that and Venice. Not that I think of Venice all the time, but... Snacks! I want snacks. Okay, now we gotta do some figuring out things. Oh no, it... Oh no! Okay. Oh my goodness, I can't... This needle is also a lot duller, in addition to having a bigger eye, like purposefully. So I'm having a bit of trouble getting it exactly through the thing I wanted to. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm ruining it. I'll figure out something to do about this later. Meanwhile, holy schmow! I think I said about the needle. This specific brown is actually pretty thick as well. So that may have something to do with it. You have 46 more minutes before I send a very angry email. It's purposefully dull because it's probably meant for counted cross stitch where you have holes in the weave that you go through and therefore you don't have to worry about poking yourself. I just found them in my stuff and was like, oh, bigger eyes. Excellent. So. Okay. And it usually works just fine for this. Stretch. Okay, door and windows. Just don't look at it. It's too distracting. Well, if I didn't want to do windows, I could do 2 candy canes like this. That might be really nice. Candy canes. Okay, what other candies are good? Good for this kind of stuff. Do like fake Twizzlers, I guess. Gotta have a window in the door, though. Ice cream door? How would I do that? Like... Ice cream, not waffle cone, sugar cone. Hmm. Do, 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 do. You have those ice creams shaped like the door in the middle. Ice cream shaped like a door in the middle. I don't know what you're talking about. Like popsicles? Lollies? Ice lollies? Hmm. Hum hum. Got your snacks, yeah! Let me just brainstorm some other candy I can think about while I'm trying to think about this ice cream candy. Or ice cream door, sorry. Chocolate. Lollipops. Spiral ones or whatever. Candy like that. Taffy. Gummy bears. Candy corn, but that's not very Christmassy. Kisses. We've not been able to make this delivery today. Yeah. Ice cream shaped like that door in the middle. Ice cream's shaped like this? Like a bomb pop? Rings. I wanted to show off my shirt today. Oh, yeah. There's also the mints that are like that. Okay, let me look up popsicles. Popsicle. Okay, a Neapolitan one might work nicely. Maybe not. Oh, now I just want to play Wind Waker. Popsicle. Images. Google, help me. I can't remember what any branded popsicles look like. Here we go. You could do one that's got a little bite out of it too. And we could show like a creamy center. Like that. Oh, push pops. Man, takes me back. And freezies. Much pops. Never really got a lot of popsicles when I was a kid. So I can pretty much only think of like the bomb pops, which are the American looking ones. Firecracker. Those. If you could even see this. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna choose blue because we don't have any blue going on. Not the whole staff of the building. Freaking out because I walked downstairs using the stairs. I recently hurt my ankle, still have to use ankle support, but they all insisted that I went back upstairs with the elevator. Oh. I mean, I don't know your situation, and I am not a doctor, but sometimes you gotta get the exercise in with it, the careful exercise. Okay, we're just gonna assume this is a blueberry flavored popsicle for the door. That's pretty good. Okay, make sure I cut this in the right direction. Okay. Tiny bit of creamy filling. Like a little jelly bean. Oh, jelly beans are a candy too. And now I'm hungry. This always happens. That is correct. I hurt the ligaments of my ankle since it's not hurting. I started walking. Just spite them and march on the elevator. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ah! Fingers. Okay, if we do this, and we cut out a little bit of that, it'll look like it's been bitten out of, in theory. Do-do-do. The thing is, this always looks better when it's a cutout, except when I'm working so small, I'm just gonna wreck it if it's a cutout. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna sew some lines like that so it's more obvious that it's a popsicle. First, I'm going to sew this bean on. And get the door to be on here. I think the white's going to be close enough to the cream to make this just fine. Eee! Story's funny. When my dad said he will take me to the ER because I tripped and complained that my ankle hurts a lot, the reaction I got from my family wasn't of someone who was worried. They calmly asked, "What did she do now?" Oh, I hate that. I'm not saying I hate your family. I'm saying, like, it's a little too relatable. Not, I can't think of anything with me personally, but, like, in general, like, yeah. I've almost never gotten seriously hurt. Okay, I've never gotten seriously hurt. I think the only time I've gone to a hospital on an emergency was for an ear infection, which I got a lot as a kid. They have a point. I crash against everything that exists. I do that. I bruise a lot, and I'm like, where did that come from? And sometimes I remember, like, oh yeah, the car mirror, and sometimes I don't. So... at least you got it taken care of. They weren't like, oh no, you're just overreacting. And, you know, that's good though. Can I pull the thread out of this and use this? Do feel like that. Yeah. Just not very spatially aware. I'd say it doesn't help that I got bigger, like, since COVID started. I'm sure it doesn't help, but I don't think it actually affects it any more than it was. My stick is that I drop everything I hold. Utensils, sticks, drinks, phones, pencils, mouse money, wallets, plates, with or without food. Pianos, wood. Pianos, wood? New TV, Nintendo, Switch, lamp, chair, table, book. I drop everything. Oh. Do they have the expression butterfingers in the Netherlands? Because that's absolutely what you would be called over here. Not in... it's not supposed to be, like, mean. Probably not worth my time to undo this on stream, huh? Hmm. Oh, yes. Yes. Side. Boop-a-doo. Ah, forget it. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, here's another thing, is that floss comes in 6 strands together. And so typically when I'm doing stuff with floss, I will half it, 3 strands. Sometimes I want it to be chunky and thick, and I'll use all 6 strands. But I don't know why it's standard to be this way. It's probably because it works with. Probably because it's used for many different things. And so, if I want it to be about the thickness that you see all over all these ones, I split it in half. Adding up the layers of memory. And so it goes on and on. Melodies of life, da 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 da, in our hearts, forever and beyond. Cat hair on everything that I own. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba da 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 da. They say a falling knife has no handle. Huh. A falling knife has no handle. Because if you reach out to grab it, you risk hitting the blade, I guess? Meanwhile, I vividly remember the time I dropped a sharp knife and grabbed it by the handle, just before I almost cut my barefoot toes. Oh. Lucky. Unlucky to drop it in the first place, but that could have been disastrous. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Not ready for the toeless foot life. I mean, I don't know what healthcare is like in the Netherlands. I presume you could grab them and make it to the hospital and they could probably stitch them back on. As long as you didn't have something that like came and scooped them up. Okay, this is only semi-related and maybe a little gross for people, but I listened to a podcast called Sawbones, a marital tour of medical history. So, husband and wife run the podcast, and the wife is a doctor. Sometimes they answer questions, but usually the episodes are like, we're going over this specific thing, like how inoculations became a thing, or resurrection men, or, you know, this or that. And we learn about all the awful things that used to happen and bad ideas that we used to have. But during one of their answer your questions things, somebody brought up the idea that people say somewhere, I hadn't heard this, if you lose a tooth, like if a tooth is knocked out of your mouth, you should put it in milk to bring to the, I'm assuming, dentist, and not doctor in this case. And so what Dr. Cindy McElroy said about that is the milk doesn't really do anything. It's most likely just that it's, you know, so you don't lose it, and so it's in theory cold. But she said actually the best place to put it so you don't lose it on the way is back in the hole that it came from. So stick the tooth back in your mouth until you get to the dentist. So the end of my story. I'm not very good at storytelling, but it's practice, right? Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Okay, I'm doing the back stitch here, so there's no gap in between, because I want this to look a little more filled out. Da, da. Spike and I played Kirby's Epic Yarn for my birthday. I want to play it again, but he has to play Dark and Darker, whatever it is called, until the beta runs out. He won't play with me until it's done. Which is fair, because it won't come out for like another year. Even though I know my package is not due till tomorrow, I still have the anxious waiting feeling. It can arrive any second now. Yeah. I get you. Oh, I lost it. You making a snacky snack, Spike? You making any snacks for me? Okay. Spike's not actually feeling well, so that's why he's here. Oops, I was gonna tie a knot and then I didn't. This is what I get. Da, 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 da. I wonder if I have the stuff to make pumpkin ravioli for dinner. Definitely not going out to go to the store today. It is cold and snowing. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Spike? Did you know that we have beef gyoza as well in the freezer? We do. Just FYI. Spike looked up a good way to make the gyoza because I always burn it in the pan. Not burn it, it always sticks to the bottom of the pan. But we have an air fryer, and apparently you can soak the gyoza for like 3 minutes and then air fry it, and it turns out really good. So, very excited about that. Oh, I just thought of making a spider Miss Muffet felt thing. That would be cute. Ah. Too many ideas, not enough ambition. Come on. I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna do for the candy canes, which is what I decided to do on in the space of the windows. Just not sure. Yeah, okay. Think. Maybe if I have a little like popsicle stick that comes out forward or something, or like a little walkway. Not sure. I do have a popsicle color right here. Boop. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. That looks like a little tongue sticking out. Da, 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 da. Why not? I'm going to use a sharper needle for this precision work. Boop. Da, 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 da. I have no idea what song this is. Okay. Okay. Kind of guessing at what to do to make this stick out. So I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing or if it's going to work. Plan Friday. At the moment, I think I'm going to do some more of this on Friday. If I'm too tired, I'll probably change my mind and do another Christmas hog. Hidden object game. That's what it is. Not hide and seek. We shall see. No, I don't have to clean up this week. I have to clean up next week. Yeah. Looking fine, yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to cut out the whites of the candy cane in this, and then I'm just going to go around them with red to secure them on here and to do the stripies. Sorry, I tend to cut things closer to me because I have trouble seeing what's going on. And then they tend to be off frame. Out of frame? Off camera? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. Not bad. Just a tiny bit of trim in here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Might be kind of big, but I do also want them to fill in that space. So. Ugh. Pretty good, I think. Maybe a little bit more for this one. I'll go ahead and leave these ones the full 6 so they show up better. That does mean it's gonna have a hard time getting through the eye of this needle. Da, 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 da. Yep. Let's see if I'm able to get it or not. Nope. Most of it's in, but one of the threads is not. I have nothing to talk about. Oh, hello, Dova. Welcome. Yeah, I think we all kind of ran out of things to talk about. How are you doing, Dova? Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. do happen to have one thing, though I'm not sure you're interested. Would you like a 7-part essay on why I like devil daggers? Let's ask the the rest of the chat before I say yes or no, I guess. Since it's more than just you and me today. Apparently I don't know how to make these angled enough. They're all just looking pretty horizontal. Come on, jeez. No one else is saying anything, which is fair. Alright, let's hear it. And if people are overwhelmed, yeah, you just say something. Because I don't have anything else to add at the moment either. No worries. Oh, I hate bank stuff, yeah. You do what you need to do, Doba. Okay. Part 1 of why Mats likes devil daggers. Sorath. I'm guessing this is a character. Sorath is the team of people behind Devil Daggers. It is appropriately also the name of an eldritch horror demon. It does sound like one. So it's the developing team? What are words even? Team consists of 3 people: Matthew Bush, Eugene, last name I forgot, and John Marshall. Okay. Started about 9 or so years ago. Let's see, what was I doing 9 years ago? College. Not very far into dating Spike. Living at home with my dad. I was a programmer for a different game company at the time, Hitbox. Haven't heard of that one either. this one looks good, and this one just looks... I don't know. Like, something happened to the machine. He only stayed for making one game, Dust Force. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't mind me, I'm just pulling my thread apart on accident. Let's see. Okay. Matt had fun making said game, Dust Force, but after its developments, he met Eugene and John. Eugene said they met via Hitbox Team, though they never clearly said what happened afterwards. At some point, they decided to work together as a team of 3 for their own games. Okay, small burb. Something came up. Okay. Short intermission. From Matt's story, not from me. I'm still here, guys. No. Meow. Kuya. Hi. Hi, honey. Stretch. Meow. Meow. You gonna come up here? People got to see Toby already. How about you? I'm sure they would love to see you. Da, da, da. What do you say? Oof, excuse me. Honey? You say meow wow? Meow wow? Come on. I'll blow out the candle so you don't get your tail caught on fire. It has not happened yet, but there's always the worry. Meow meow. She's got a long tail. Okay, we're just gonna do a quickie on this side again. Hello. Hi, honey. Do you want the basket? I can't find it. There it is. Basket, Kuya? Basket? This is her long tail. Come on, honey. What if I get some of this? You have no thoughts or feelings? Come here. Come on. No thoughts or feelings. Hi, Habibble. Trying to coax Kuya into the basket. How are you doing? Did you have to travel in the weather today? Or do you still? I'm good. I just got home from work. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're safe. Kuya. Come on, Kuya. Oh, Gesundheit. Gesundheit. Nope, now we're leaving. Just came up to sneeze on me and then go, huh? I see how it is. I'm off until next year now. Yay! Yes, that's right. And you don't have to go out into the weather. Congrats. Time to party and play video games forever. And nap. Yeah, basically. Okay. Almost done with this. I have one... No, I have to do the snow down here. And then I have one quick idea. I found a bunch of my beads from my childhood. I wanted to see if any of these would be good for, like, you know, little lights or something. These are all too big or too small, I think. Got a bunch of these weird Y-shaped ones. Okay, one more box. Also donuts. It doesn't look like I have anything particularly appropriate for it. Gosh, I remember these. I mean, I guess I remember most of them, but like, I hadn't thought about these beads in forever. These ones are always cool. Like berries. Oh, Perler, what are you doing in here? Oh, the butterflies. Okay. Perhaps another project. Oh, Mats is back. Christmas Eve with my parents is being rescheduled due to the incoming blizzard. Oh, that's... I mean, I'm glad you guys are deciding to stay safe. I have Christmas Day plans with some friends, which I think are still on, though. Because the weather was allegedly... Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be better, because Spike and I are supposed to go to Wisconsin on Sunday. Saturday we're doing my dad's, and that's not very far, so we're probably fine. Probably. Okay. Do also have these ones, but I don't... I wanted to go multicolored to go with this bottom here, because right now it's kind of like Christmas and then just candy. But tis what it is. I'm not threading a bunch of multicolored yarn just to do those. But I could use black yarn and a bunch of cut out colors. Oh no. This is why it takes me so long to do these. So I think of a million bazillion ideas. Okay, back to Devil Daggers essay. Ahem. I was saying that Sorath formed itself. There was not much known about the development of Devil Daggers. We do know it took 4 years with Matt's programmer Eugene, who made the music and sound effects, and John, who did literally everything else. Main game design, modeling, art, menu, mechanics, enemy design, everything. Those look almost edible. Almost! You don't want to eat this lefse full of beads? And cat hair? So much cat hair. You don't want to eat the snowman? Or the sock? Okay, does this read as a popsicle for the door? Like, I've got the little thing sticking out that way. Don't generally eat snow people or socks. You know. So after gruesome work, 4 years of time, Devil Daggers was completed. Put up on Steam and got pretty well received on its first day. Okay, I did forget that I wanted to do a handle. Sort of looks like a popsicle. Well, sort of is going to be what cuts what. We're going to go with sorta. Words are so hard. Okay, I don't have. I don't want to thread up yellow just for this. Part 2, minimalistic but generous design. Genius design. That makes more sense. Is that in terms of art or game style? Or what? In Devil Daggers, you have one and only one goal: survive as long as you possibly can. You just press play, pick up a gigantic dagger, and you're thrown into an arena. Okay, so it's easy to pick up again, it sounds like. Okay, we're gonna do this first. Then we'll go through the little thingy. And that probably would have been better just to do a French knot. But I cut this out. You press play, pick a... Oh, I already read that. Apologies. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Oh. Okay, now I'm fighting through a few threads and 3 layers of felt, so with a not sharp needle, that's challenging. The arena is always the same. From the first time you play to your 1000th run, it's always fair, and it's very difficult matter. Okay, how much green thread do I have here? Alright. No, we're gonna do the snow on the ground first, because I'm definitely gonna forget that if I don't. Yeah, this stuff. Stuff's stiffer, but also a different color, so never mind. Trying to concentrate. Enemies always spawn at the same time. The first one's 3 seconds, second at 14. Always the same enemies. The location is random, meaning you're always on edge. Okay. Oh, Kuya, did you come back? Nope. Poor Spike. Kuya just hopped up there and knocked over his plate. And left. Timer never stops, however, meaning if you can't kill one enemy before the next spawns, well, then you have a problem that escalates pretty quickly. Yep. Hi, Sake. Kuya just wants attention and fries. See, that doesn't look very good. I think I'm going to take out the stitching for the above the gumdrops. Enemies start to pile up and more spawn, then you just have an arena full of everything, so basically the learning curve is first learning how to kill enemies in the time frame you're given. Uh-huh. It is a song. Cannot say just why we met, we left. My throat can't handle this today. Never mind. Hear the echoes. But also, let's talk about what you can do to actually combat all of the gruesome and horrendous monsters that are going to be thrown at you. go. From the very first moment to the very last, your movement is always handled the same. While sitting feels like doom, and you should have a bunch of powerful weapons to combat these things, but no, there is no need. All you have is holding shoot, which shoots out a stream of continuous daggers, sort of like a machine gun, or click it to send a blast of a bunch of them in one go, basically a shotgun. And you only need those 2 weapons, and it's all you will have for the entirety you're alive. Do, 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 do. Not this one. Of stories never told. No ammo either. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I guess there could be an ammo thing and you'd have to pick up ammo, but... Well, yes, you can technically shoot forever. There's reasoning behind every action in Devil Daggers. Okay. Oh, I already cut out a little piece. Sake's blowing kisses. Ooh. No. I don't have a scrap of that magenta color. Does that mean I have to dig it out? Ugh. Okay, you know what? Okay, the plan is, before I finish this one up, is to cut out 2 little light bulbs of this magenta color, use green thread to do little loops, and put the bulbs on them, like that. And then after that, I will take ribbon, secure it to the top, and blanket stitch around it to the back. But I'm going to do that off stream because it's becoming very finicky right now, and I'd rather just work on a new thing. Namely, I want to make a wreath. Okay, see, some enemies drop these blood red glowing gems when killed, and these gems, while it seems like you don't need to run over them, instead you simply don't shoot gems. Don't shoot. Gems fly towards you, making them easier to collect. Okay. Kisses for me! Why, thank you, Sake. Found this sparkly glitter. It doesn't show very well on cam, does it? Glitter felt here. So I'm going to use this for the front. I'm just going to use any old... This one is so stiff. Compared to like this. Okay. Da-da-da. Collect enough gems and you level up. Gain faster rate of fire and more daggers per shotgun blast. One of my favorite parts, found a way to make a good reason to shoot, to not shoot even though you have infinite ammo. Less damage now means way more damage later. Well, yeah. It's also a pressure factor that disappear in only 10 seconds. Okay. This one has a sticker. This one was on clearance. Okay, how big do I want to make this thing? That's the real question. Lefse sized? Seems appropriate. But I do kind of want to do... Okay. Do I want to make it... My pen. Okay, I could do just a circle donut, you know? Or I could do... a flower donut, you know? Or I could be really creative and do like leaves, which would just look like a sharp flower. Also, if they're supposed to be made out of needles, it wouldn't really be like leaves. I want to do this one because it's more fun than just this one, and it's not as annoying as this one. Leaves would be cute, says Sake. No! Sorry. Kokiri, where are you? I know you're going to have miso honey. How are you going to have miso honey kombucha garam masala yogurt marinated chickens and green beans with me if you're all the way over there? I can't go out. It's Sake. You know what it's like outside. What the heck? Also, no, I have had a kombucha that I like. Unless it's kabucha, which is something different. Kabocha. I've also only had one kombucha, but it was recommended to try that one if you don't know if you like it or not. By Habibal, haha. Where are these gruesome monsters exactly? They have a whole cast to go over. So, part 3, the enemies. Leaves would be cute. It's the pumpkin that's not a pumpkin. Yeah, I mean, I only had the kombucha because you moved, and we needed to get some stuff, and I was thirsty. It's a squash that's green on the outside and orange on the inside. Like an acorn squash? Because I love acorn squash. With brown sugar and butter. Let's start with the very first 3 you get to see. Squid, Skull 1, Skull 2. I made it for Halloween? I don't remember. Habibo remembers the brand. Yeah, I remember it was a berry thing. I think. Like strawberry or raspberry. How many times we hung out with her? This is vaguely familiar, but I don't remember if it was an acorn squash or not. There are others, and it's possible that it has just a different name. Okay. So I want it to be about this size. Let's... draw the pattern around it on the back. Probably raspberry. Forage kombucha. Okay. At 3 seconds, a squid 1 spawns. Squids come in the pure darkness at edges of the arena, rotating clockwise and moving towards the center. Okay. Is this top down or 3-dimensional or what, Mets? Acorn squash is more like an oval, but it does look similar. Acorns are slimmer than kabocha. Oh, is it like that? Because I think I'm thinking of what you brought over, and it's just been many years since I remember seeing one. Yeah. Much milder flavor when compared to kabocha from Google. Okay, yeah, nice. Forgot to mention the first-person shooter. Okay, that's what I was picturing, Mats, but I wanted to make sure. Alright, I'm glad we came to a solution, Sake. stickies. Okay, we're gonna try this. See if this thing even shows up. It does for me. Probably not for you guys, though. They have a common theme in this game. The gem is the weak point. It has very low health that can only be shot at a very tiny spot on one of its sides. The rest of the body takes no damage at all. Okay, William was adamant about not canceling the grocery pickup we had for Walmart in Roseville after he's off work. Oh, good luck. Sending loves. Yeah. I will send all of my love. Mwah. Be careful and be safe. Don't die. This is more challenging than I expected it to be. Today is the day to get groceries if you need them pre-blizzard. Yeah, I went out yesterday. It was like 5:30 and I'm like, I'm going out now. We have almost nothing in the house. Oh no. This is not very, pro strat of you? I don't know. It's not like you guys have a lot of space to have all of the food in the world in your house. Not very poggers of you, champ. Okay, Matt says, don't kill it fast enough and it's just going to throw more and more enemies at you. Speaking of which. And Habibul says, same. I got Monday and some yesterday. Grocery shopping and public transport means you need to do it in smaller doses and bring multiple people. Or bring multiple people generally. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, if you actually plan your meals, that's probably just fine. But me, I'm real bad at it. I wonder if I have a shape like this and a stencil. Definitely have a tiny cookie cutter. Don't have a bigger cookie cutter. There's a big old notebook of things. Is it not in here? Oh, boo. I thought it was in here. Oh well, I doubt I'd have anything the right size anyways. May have missed one. I'll go up in just a second. We will plan some meals. We have like emergency staples, dried beans and other things, but nothing else really. We realized we can knock about $80 off our routine purchases going to Walmart, which will help a lot right now, even though we are not keen on Walmart practices overall. Yeah. So we've been slacking on getting anything from a local cub in prep of getting one just bulk order. Okay, let me trace around this mat and then I will look back up. See what I missed. Making meals for William to take to work, so I plan all our meals before getting groceries. I would love to do that. But my brain says no. Yeah, I'm sure it does help. Meanwhile, Spike just brings sandwiches to work because I'm not a good house waifu. What am I doing? Oh, I'm scrolling up. Okay. It's like, I know I got my arms over here for some reason. The reason it's dangerous from the first moment it spawns 10 skull 1 and 1 skull 2, then repeat spawning those every 10 seconds. So if you don't kill it fast enough, it's just going to throw more and more enemies at you. Okay. Gem is a weak point. I did get that one. Okay, I think I got it now. So the big scissors come in handy. Cutting through 2 thick pieces. I'm just gonna cut out the section that I need so I don't have to deal with this extra stuff the whole time. Sayonara. I think I changed my mind. I think what will work really well without me doing this shape is to use the pinking shears. So little triangle cuts. So I'm gonna do that instead. Don't tell everybody I'm cheating. I see Risk of Rain. Devil Daggers is kind of reminds me of Risk of Rain. Very, very different, just kind of similar with endless spawning and special ways to kill things. I like Risk of Rain. Basic skull 1, a simple floating skull, very slow 1 HP, horrible turning. Heck, it even has a target engraved on its forehead. Yet the real danger isn't in itself, but the power of teamwork! When the skulls spawn, a lot of skulls spawn. While one on its own can be killed in the blink of an eye, they can start to form together, sort of one gigantic enemy or a cloud of skulls, as some describe it, piling hundreds of them on top of each other, and they could become a real threat when you can't kill them all as fast. It's not cheating, it's working smarter, not harder. It's a change of plans, is what it really is. These are some nice pinking shears. My goodness. I can go through both of these in one thing. I'm always tempted to get other shapes, but I only ever see them— oh dear, that was a bad cut. I only ever see them in like the paper cutting ones. And I'm like, that's not gonna do for felt. Okay, now the question is how to get the pinking shears on the inside. If I had the willpower, I would take some of Matt's monologues and images from the games he talks about and just make Spike do his deep voice and dramatically read them and make a video for YouTube. Habibu believes in the power of teamwork, and now for Skull 2, the most universally hated enemy. For whatever reason, Spike's deep voice is exactly how I read Matt's talking about games. Cut a little line in the center. Weirdly same. Habibu reading— oh, sorry. About reading them in Spike's voice. Spike isn't in the room anymore, so I can't ask him anything. He might be lying down. Okay, my inner circle is off because I didn't pay good enough attention on the outside. So Okay, let's see if I can get this to not be awful. Because this thing is huge. The moment the Skull 2 spawns, it chooses a point on the arena and flies toward it. Then, between 1.5 and 2.5 seconds at random, chooses another location at random to move to, and that's all it does. Literally all it does. When you die to a Skull 2, that is the most utter rage that can be thrown in your face, especially on a long run. Oh, because it's so, like... I couldn't have seen that coming, or... Like... I think I understand. Words are hard, though. Careful. Careful. There. Maybe a little bit bigger hole than I wanted to do, but that's okay. Okay. The wiki says the ability to make you Alt F4 when you die to it. Okay, now I have this bow, which might be just what this calls for. Or a little itty bitty bow. Itty bitty. I think I need to do the big one. I just came off of some of the Christmas stuff we have. So, stealing it. Like the big ribbon more, yeah. In theory, if you add the ribbon or little red circles for berries, you can add them toward the middle to help it make the hole look smaller. I do have the plan to use... Well, I was going to use these for berries, but now that I made the thing smaller, it might be nicer to do little itty bitty ones. Which ones? Smaller ones in here might be good. Illusions. Maybe a couple big ones and a cluster of small ones. Okay. For the first few moments, these are all you will face, just spawning squid. One a little faster than the previous time, but it doesn't last long, as at 39 seconds, 5 new adversaries joined the arena. Squid Girl. What does Squid Girl say? I'm gonna regret dumping those into my hand. But you know. I like the darker colored ones a little better. Up first, we have the most complicated enemy of the game, Spider 1. That she will invade all mankind? I don't remember. That's probably right. I like your idea of the little clusters, Sake. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the... and then the little clusters. Even if you meant it with these other beads, I'm going to do it with these ones. Whoop woo. Here. Spider 1 follows a little confusing pattern. It spawns at the edge of the arena and slowly circles the arena, randomly wiggling left and right. The only way to damage it is the gem stuck in its mouth. Little blushy kitty. Okay. Will the floss go through these? Well, my needle won't go through these. This needle won't. No. Okay, will some of my other needles go through? Yes. Yes, okay. Wow, wow. Bow, bow. The heck? Huh. Oh no, that's 3. I thought it was split into only 2. That's unusual. Okay. However, its health pool, the spider, is almost double what you've seen before of Squid 1. Not only that, if you damage it, but start to focus fire something else, it will hide its weak point, making you completely unable to damage it for a few moments. I could see me failing hard at this by tunnel visioning stuff a lot. Hi, Toby. Welcome back. You wanted to start and end the stream, huh? Is that what's going on? Hi. Beads everywhere. Hi, Toby baby. How are you doing? Ah! Might have lost 1 bead. Here's the one thing. Usually at any given moment, spiders are always the number 1 target of any player. Why would you be so dangerous you didn't ask? Well, because... Instead of saying you ask, you didn't ask. Well, because they completely negate all gem attraction when not shooting, instead making gems fly towards them, eating them up, and spawning. Ugh. Hi. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the front back of this one because it creates too much work for me. And I think these beads will stay on better if I have the thickness of both pieces attaching them on. Hi, Toby. You climbing into my shirt? What's going on? I don't have my Udi on, but this might be nice. Hmm? Okay, egg. It just kind of rotates around after spawn, but after 10 seconds, it spawns 5 of the most annoying little things ever. Don't eat that fake plant. Okay, note to self. Hi. Hi, Toby. Trying to climb into my sleeve now? What's going on? Spiderlings. Spiderlings just love to cause trouble. Moving around the arena, giving you less ground while there is movement. While their movement is random trajectory, they still do move towards you, so they're hard to deal with. Toby, can you make up your mind, please? Oh my goodness. See, he's seated on my lap, sort of. But, like, he's even got his little back foot on the desk. You silly boy. You're so silly. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I get this back into the spot that I want it to be in. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay, da da da. But when you're dealing with spiderlings, you gotta remember that you still gotta deal with spider so it doesn't spawn even more of these things. Okay. Okay, to prevent the beads from being wiggly, super wiggly, I'm creating a tiny stitch after each of them, except the first one. So they'll be more stationary and not loose because of the pathway. Ow. And you know what? I realized that I have to keep it at that because we're almost out of time and there are still like 15 enemies in this section. I ain't got time to cover those. Yeah. I am not doing the beads on the back. I could have, but I decided to not worry about it this time. So I'm just leaving the stitching totally visible on the back this time. I should tell my entire essay Friday, maybe. Yes, we shall see. That's okay. I was just curious to see how you would like hide the stitches that tether them on both sides, if so. Yeah, that makes things that should be pretty simple a lot more complicated. So I'm trying to do less of it at the moment. And I know with ornaments it's nice to have both sides because they'll like rotate and stuff, but Sake learns from watching me. Yeah, I mean having beads on both sides, like exactly where the other beads are, would be a good way to hide them. You just have to be really careful about how you were stitching them. Oh, well, that one's going to be wiggly because I didn't pull it tight when I did the extra stitch. Oh. Do you always feel like Sake is watching you? Not always. Let's see if I can do this again. Oh, and by the E, by the way, probably. Sake, I've seen Risk of Rain and absolutely do not like... Sake did say it's not like Devil Daggers, as they were saying it. Yeah, Sake said that they've seen both, and in a way it reminds them of Devil Daggers, but they're mostly not. At least that's what I thought I read. Hey, I don't think I actually lost any of them. misinterpreted, sorry. I'm not trying to be mad at you or anything, just trying to say how I thought it was said. I could be wrong too. Okay, I'm pulling it tight this time. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Ba-da, da, da. Eh. Toby. Don't worry, Toby. It's almost over. Ow. I'll finish up this wreath and then call it. Because I'm just going to do the beads and put the bow on. And then do the loop and that'll be it. Oh, I do have a commission to work on. That's right. Whisper, it's time for your termination. Wait, that's not right. For the end of your streams. Yeah. It'll just be another couple of minutes. I'd like to finish something on the stream. Da, da, da. Where you going, Toby? Stretch. Well, screw that one up. Hi, honey. Gonna make more room for you on my lap, huh? Yeah, we'll go sit on the couch and work on the commission after this, huh? Then you'll have lots of room. I think he likes to be warm and snuggle. Is that a little purr I hear? Just a little one? Da, da. Ba, ba, ba. Da, da, da. Da. Okay, gotta get a new thread after this. What is your problem, honey? You sliding off the chair? Sliping? He needs love and he's wasting away without it. Yeah. Okay. Oof, pardon me. That burp came out of nowhere. Da, 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 da. Okay, one more bead up here at the bow. And then a little loopy. Da, 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 da. darker and darker. I'm wasting away without it. Oh. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. I'm guessing he's in bed. He doesn't really hang out in the living room at all. He wasn't looking so hot, so I don't think he's working on anything. I'm sure if he feels better, he'll come and play with you, though. Yeah, me too. Nope, that's not what I want. Now I gotta rethread my needle. Let's put the bead on the needle. That's exactly the way to do it. Okay. If I know Spike, he's gonna recover and come back as a more cool guy than he was before. Just wanted to tease him a little, and that's how I show love. Yeah, no, I know he understands. He's already so cool. Maximum cool. Okay. This is pointless because of all the stitching on the back, but I'm gonna do it in between anyways. Because that's how I like it. You were almost a Jill sandwich. That's the best my brain's got today. Oh, don't pull that tight. Okay, let's just do this a couple times before I got the bow to cover it. It's not center at all. What was I thinking? Oh, come on. Spike needs to own the channel. So rude. Spike can have his own channel. I did a bad job on a thing. Now I'm regretting it. Okay. Oh, Kiri. But what if you did a wreath, but it's like tones of blue and purple, and then has yellow beads, other things on the front, and they are set up on the one side, so it looks like a fun little wreath, but on the back you can see the threading, and it looks like constellations. That sounds really cute, Sage. That sounds like a really good idea. Also, I don't just have green sparkly. Right? Right? No! I have blue sparkly. Well. Good. Sake, draw it, and then I will do the thing. Okay, look here, hear me out. I think this is also a banger idea. Yeah. Oh, Matt's cat. Okay, this is what you're. I thought you were agreeing with Sake. I know you got your own idea. Matt's a cat ornament. Okay, Sake, we will do this. I gotta find some yellow beads. Da, da, da. Taking a picture so I don't forget. I didn't realize Habibal was also against me having the channel, but having Spike take over. This is just because I had you pick out food. I can't bear the burden of all of the responsibility all of the time, Habibal. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, let's go to the actual middle this time. Da, da, da. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Humble fingers. Da. It's been 12 minutes. I am almost done. And then I will say goodbye. Okay. Let's not get this tangled around everything, huh? Okay, go through once more. Just so it doesn't come off and I have to stitch it back on again later in my life. Ah, I'm getting stuck on all the beads. Okay, well. Here. At least that one's done, huh? Just gotta tie the knot. Okay, and then we'll end the stream. Yeah, okay. No one in particular to raid today. Okay, also no one that I know to raid today. Oh, Joby's getting uncomfortable again. Okay. So we did most of this gingerbread house, which is getting more and more complicated as time goes on. This. And then we did the wreath today. And that was it. Took a long time. Ooh, don't forget to stretch, guys, because I forgot, and oh boy, it felt good. Alright, see you guys on... Thank you, Sake. See you on Friday. I have not decided whether I'm going to do more of this or a Christmas Stories hog. Oh, yasumi mats. Goodbye, everybody. Toby, I gotta get up so I can press the button. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thanks again to Honey for the raid. Oh, my knees. I'm so old.